Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit. Today I want to take a quick look at each of the new tier 4 hunters and give you a little rundown of them and give you my thoughts on each of them as well. So first up we have Slim, which is the new medic to the field. Lots of fun to play as Slim, really fast, really in your face sort of playstyle, which is rather unique for medics. Slim's goal is to get right up in the monster's face, spamming that leech gun to replenish his heal burst faster. The more shots that land, the faster the heal burst recharges, and of course the more damage you're dealing to the monster. This already took a 30% damage reduction in the latest micro patch for Evolve, so the devs really want you to be focusing more on the healing than the damage with Slim, and the healing comes from the massive range of Slim's heal burst, which you can obviously spam a lot faster than other medics. He's also got a spore gun, which you should be switching to each time your primary leech gun is reloading. The spore gun, when fired on the monster, will create a spore cloud which prevents the monster from being able to smell out the hunters, removing the hunter's health bars, really hurting the monster's ability to focus someone down who's low on health. So don't forget to be using your spore gun. Just use it whenever your leech gun is reloading. There's no point not using it. It doesn't create any disadvantages. All it creates is advantages for your team. The final piece of kit for Slim is his little healing bug, which can be cast on any teammate across the whole map to slowly recharge their life back to full as long as they aren't taking damage. It's also really useful in team fights, acting sort of like Daisy. It can revive downed teammates, distracting the monster, forcing them to body camp a little bit maybe, and allowing your team to get that extra bit of punish in that you need. Playing as Slim, you might find that your trigger finger does get sore because spamming that leech gun does take a lot of work and you need to be doing it the whole game to be successful with Slim. But overall, spot on, 10 out of 10 character design from me, TRS. Next we have Crow, which is the new tier 4 trapper. He brings another new playstyle to Evolve for the trapper side, bringing a sort of sniper style of gameplay. Crow is rocking 2 sniper rifles which can be charged up to create more powerful attacks. His primary weapon is a kinetic long rifle which, when charged up, can pierce the monster's armor, dealing direct health damage, which allows you to constantly chip away at the monster's life inside the dome and on the chase, even when he's fully armored up. Once that armor bar is depleted, you can spam it as a normal weapon, dealing your basic damage. Crow's second rifle is a stasis gun, which when charged up will slow the monster down for a massive 10 seconds, which is really crazy. So you hit that once and then it allows you to basically spam your main gun for quite a while before you have to switch back and hit him with another one of those. You can also fire the stasis gun really quickly, which doesn't seem to have too much use, to be honest. It slows the monster down for like half a second or so maybe, which isn't too much, and you have to be hitting those constantly as well, and they do have travel time, so sometimes it's really hard to hit them, so you're better off just going with a big 10-second burst. Crow also has an animal companion in Gobi the pet battery, which will seek out the monster, or not really, you have to seek out the monster, and once you know where the monster is, then you send out Gobi to highlight the monster, which makes me feel that Gobi is pretty much the least useful piece of trapper kit that the trappers do have from tier 1 to tier 4 now. Gobi is basically like Cabot's dust tag with a much shorter cooldown and a much shorter duration. Once you get onto the monster, spamming Gobi will stop the monster being able to pull off any sneaky jukes, allowing you to always stay one step ahead so you can land those domes. Next up is my favourite new tier 4 hunter, that is Sunny, the new support. Lots of OP kits coming here, lots of discussion around Sunny, but she also brings what I think to be the most fun kit to Evolve that we have seen yet. She just drastically increases the pace of gameplay on the hunter side. She just seems like this is how Evolve should have been played from the start. The hunt should have been this incredibly fast-paced chase that the monster has a very hard time avoiding. At launch, a lot of complaints about how it's just a running simulator. Sunny takes running simulator to another level. And it's absolutely awesome. I would like to see a much longer cooldown on that jetpack boost though, just to counter the sort of OP-ness of it, sort of forcing it to be used a little bit more strategically so that you can maybe boost a trapper to get the dome and then you won't be able to use it for so long to actually save the trapper from any incoming damage that he's going to receive. You have to actually manage it correctly, like jetpack fuel needs to be managed. Sunny doesn't just have a jetpack booster, she's also got this super cute little drone that will shield teammates after a charge up time. Monster wants to be focusing down that shield drone, so you want to put it in a place that's hard to reach but also covers a lot of ground in the dome. Sunny's primary weapon is a nuke launcher, dealing big damage to the monster to get that extra punish in, so yes, definitely Sunny, my favourite character of tier 4. Up next is Torvald, the new assault that's also had lots of complaints about how OP his kit is. He's had a 10% damage reduction in the most recent micro patch for Evolve, so his primary weapon is a fully automatic shotgun that fires all rounds instantly with just one click. He's also got a shrapnel frisbee that adds a spread of weak points on the monster when it lands, drastically increasing his damage output with the shotgun. And his final piece of kit is one of the most fun pieces of kits that an assault has ever seen in Evolve, and that is his mortar cannons. You line these up much like an orbital strike. They fire up into the sky and then they come down directly on the monster's head. Absolutely destroys Goliaths with rock throws, as you can see in this clip here. You cannot stand still inside a dome against a Torvald. You will take massive damage to the face from these mortars. They need tweaked. They need a longer cooldown. They need less damage. They need something to make them less OP, that's for sure. But they're really, really fun to use. So I'd have to say Torvald is a really awesome assault that has been brought into the game as well. It's really all about that quick switch combo with Torvald. You hit that shrapnel frisbee, you hit those shotgun shots, you hit that mortar, then you go back to the shotgun, hit him with that a few more times, then hit him with the shrapnels again, and just rinse and repeat this combo just to constantly be dealing damage. Just so much action in the game from these new characters. Really awesome. Highly recommend them. Buy them, guys. They're cool. This is not a promo video. I did not get paid for this, but they are awesome. They're worth it, man. Come on, 4 new hunters. Let's go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.